Today's Royal Caribbean drink packages tips are brought to you by cruiseline.com, where you can find reviews, tips, and photos from real everyday cruisers. Check out their site in the description below. Hey, all you thirsty Royal Caribbean cruisers. When planning our Royal Caribbean cruise, we did a little, or a lot, of research on their drink packages. Essentially, we wanted to figure out if it was worth it for us. And yeah, we've got some stuff to share today. We'll give you a quick rundown of Royal Caribbean's current drink package offerings and point out 5 things you need to know to determine if the packages are worth it for you. We'll also include the prices, but these will likely change. They'll definitely change. So be sure to check out your cruise planner for a more realistic pricing expectation. If you're budget conscious like us, deciding whether or not to get a drink package can be tricky business. In most cases, there are details that can easily be overlooked. It's kind of a read the fine print scenario, if you know what I mean. We are going to point out a few of those details so you don't have to go digging around for them yourself. In the end, we'll let you know exactly what we chose to do for our next cruise and how we decided. Okay, so what are the available drink packages on Royal Caribbean? There's 3. We'll put up a screenshot of the packages available as of August 2019. You've got the deluxe beverage package, the refreshment package, and the classic soda package. There's also a water package available that's not included in this screenshot, but it's available. It's 12 or 24 packs of Evian water delivered to your stateroom. Okay, so what are the current prices? Remember, these are likely to change often. The deluxe package runs about $63 to $89 per day for 2019 and 2020 sailings. These prices include a 40% discount on bottled wines, up to $100 a bottle, and a 20% discount on wine priced above $100 a bottle. Here's a screenshot of what's included, but essentially, this is your almost everything package. Now, there is literally some fine print here that we're going to point out in just a minute. But next is the refreshment package. The onboard pricing is currently $29 to about $38 per day for the 2019-2020 season. This is kind of the soda package plus. You get soda plus mocktails, bottled water, premium tea and coffee, and fresh squeezed juices. And finally, there's the good old classic soda package. This includes fountain soda, Coca-Cola Freestyle beverages, and a Coca-Cola souvenir cup. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the 5 things you need to know to determine if the drink package is worth it for you. Number 1, if cost is the primary factor for you in getting a drink package, you're going to have to do a little math right up front. For example, if you have 4 drinks per day at, let's say, an average of $10 per drink, then that's $40, plus some gratuity on top of that. So maybe not enough to justify the $63 to $89 per day for the package. I'm keeping these really simple here, but I think the point is obvious. What may not be obvious is that in addition to the per day fee that we mentioned for the package, there's an 18% gratuity on top of that fee. That means your $63 per day package will actually be closer to $75. And if you paid the full $89 for the drink package, that would tip the scale around $105. We have a little tool to get you started on making the dreaded drink package decision on any cruise line. In the description below, we'll link to our little drink package estimator to give you an idea for whether drink packages are worth it for you on any of the major cruise lines. All right, number 2, Mr. Cruise Tips TV doesn't drink alcohol. So can I just buy the drink package for myself? Nope. Royal Caribbean requires all adults in a stateroom to purchase the deluxe beverage package. Of course, this makes complete sense when you think about it. It's a smart rule to prevent sharing, but it does present a bit of a problem for those legitimately traveling with non-drinkers. We'll talk about this a bit more later because there is a workaround. But the point is, if you're not traveling solo, you'll need to pony up for all adults in your cabin. Yeah, it's getting pricey up in here, but we'll get to some good news with the next point. And that is number 3. You know how some cruise lines have a limit on how many drinks you can have per day? Here comes the good news, folks. Currently, Royal Caribbean has no such limit on their deluxe beverage package. We searched their FAQ page to confirm, and the simple answer was no, there is not a daily limit for drinks with the deluxe beverage packages. Of course, that could change, but right now, yeah, that's pretty cool. When you add it all up, those coffee drinks, bottled water, sparkling water, and alcoholic beverages can get really pricey, and those are all included with the package, except Starbucks and a few other exclusions, of course. Number 4, our cruise includes a visit to Royal Caribbean's awesome perfect day at Coco Cay. My simple plan for that visit is to use this hand to wrangle my husband and son, and this hand for holding an ice-cold adult beverage. So, as that lovely image fades from my head, the question is, does this package work at Perfect Day? And the answer is yes! More good news, right? It also works for Labadee. Sweet! Not all the cruise line drink packages work on the private islands. So that is a huge plus for us when making a drink package decision with Royal Caribbean. Number 5, let's get to that fine print I mentioned earlier. The deluxe beverage package includes any single beverage with a value up to $12. What does that mean? Well, it means that if your drink is over $12, any amount over that will show up on your ship account. Keep an eye on those prices, people. I'm guessing there are more than 1 or 2 drinks over $12 on the drink menu. Okay, now here's what we ultimately decided to do about the drink package for our cruise and why we did it. As mentioned earlier, my husband doesn't drink alcohol at all. I heard that Royal Caribbean grants exceptions for non-drinkers. So I got on the phone with the cruise line and found out that that is indeed true. But Royal Caribbean does have a policy that if they're going to sell the drink package to just one adult in a cabin, the remaining adults must buy the refreshment package. That was the middle range one. Now, we felt that that was a fair trade, and we really appreciated that Royal Caribbean makes exceptions for non-drinkers. So we made the investment. We bought the drink package. I should mention that in our cruise planner for our Harmony of the Seas cruise, Royal Caribbean was already running a great buy one, get one 50% off special on that deluxe package for our sailing, which would have cost us about the same as getting the exception and buying the refreshment package for 2 people. Well, actually, not the refreshment package for 2 people, the deluxe for 1 and the refreshment for 2. But since I know my husband absolutely won't be using the deluxe package, we took advantage of the exception. Royal Caribbean did require that we make that purchase by phone right on the spot and share with them why the exception was being requested. But both drink packages are now showing up correctly in my cruise planner, and I'm really, really glad we did it. When I consider the total cost of what we spent on the package, do I think we'll really get our money's worth? Probably not, but that isn't really the point for us on this sailing. As many Royal Caribbean cruisers agree, we just don't want to worry about the mounting bill at the end of the cruise. And I don't like the idea of having to worry about every drink purchase we make. So this was as much a psychological decision for us as it was a financial one. Before we close, one bonus tip for you. If you still have trouble deciding, you can wait a day or 2 after you're on board. The all-inclusive packages are available for purchase throughout the voyage with at least 4 days remaining in your cruise. But be warned, you'll likely pay quite a bit more once on board, if that's the direction you choose to take. But you can check out the prices on board, maybe see how much you spend on day 1, and then make a decision. Whoa, I feel like we covered a lot. Was this helpful? I really hope it was. That's our goal here at Cruise Tips TV. In any case, if you have some helpful Royal Caribbean tips about drink packages or anything else you'd like to pass along to our wonderful cruising community, please leave them in the comments below. Until next time, friends, we'll see you on the high seas.